So with Marvel Rivals shaking things up in the hero shooter genre, I've been getting so many comments of people asking if I'm gonna switch, and the short answer is maybe. Two things have to happen for me to switch. One, obviously I have to really enjoy Marvel Rivals, and two, Overwatch 2 doesn't fix the biggest problem I have with it. It's not Widow, it's not 5v5, it's queue times. Now let's look at Marvel Rivals. First, it's honestly funny that I'm even contemplating switching because I didn't play the beta, I didn't play the alpha. I was like, there's no point because there's no chance I'm gonna make the switch up in content. I also don't know shit about Marvel. Like, I was never really into Superman or Batman. But as I see the hype build up to its release, and as I actually sit down and look at what the game has to offer, the potential for this game seems like peak Overwatch 1. From what I've seen, the shop and monetization system is extremely consumer friendly. All heroes are free. It's 6v6 open queue, which I'll talk about that later. And I don't know, something about it has that magic, that fucking feeling I had when I played Overwatch 1 back in 2016, where I fall in love with a hero and I spend months being like, oh, what does this hero do? Oh, what does that hero do? Oh, wait, this character is actually fun. Maybe it's my new main. Wait, no, that character is fun. They're my new main. This game makes me feel that again. It's a nostalgic feeling and it fills you with glee. Shit, to me, it makes me feel like a kid again, considering I was literally 15 when I played Overwatch 1. I'm 23 now. Something about this game is just triggering my excitement and curiosity, not only gameplay wise, but raising the ceiling on my potential as a content creator, seeing as Overwatch 1 is going downhill and Marvel Rivals has a very bright future. And for those of you who think that I'm just blinded by hype, I never was the type of player to get excited over new games because growing up, all I played was the mainstream games. I played COD every year, I played GTA. I'm not one to try to diverse my taste in games, hence why I never get hyped about new games because I know I'm going to stick to these mainstream AAA titles. And this reigns especially true to Overwatch because I'm a content creator for it. And like I said earlier, that's why I didn't care for the beta or alpha, because I'm an Overwatch content creator. I'm going to need to put all my time into Overwatch. But seeing the direction that Overwatch is heading and then seeing the potential Marvel Rivals has, it has me questioning my path for which game I actually want to make content for. Enough glazing and adding to the hype of Marvel Rivals. Now let's talk about my biggest problem with Overwatch and what will ultimately greatly affect my decision on which game I pick. People always comment the same stupid ass question, oh, if you're miserable and hate the game, then why don't you just quit? Yeah, go to a fucking McDonald's drive-thru and say the exact same shit and then you'll realize how stupid you are. Hey cashier, you hate your job? Just quit, lol. Obviously, I'm not gonna quit at the most minute inconvenience. The reason I make rants is because I love Overwatch. I want to see it succeed, and it just gets so frustrating when they make bad decision after bad decision. And I'm also sick and tired of these people saying you gotta give nice constructive criticism, and if you hate something you gotta provide a solution if you're gonna rant about it. Like, bitch, I don't get paid for game design. That's not my job. These fucks get paid for it. How about they do what they're paid to do? And this nice constructive criticism bullshit. Listen, not all of us want to interview the devs and get to know them personally and take them on a nice little fucking date, drink wine and get to know their entire life fucking story. No, I judge these devs by their work, and they have undeniably, unequivocally drove this game into the dirt and made it a shell of what it once was. And if they don't want to listen to criticism because it's not wrapped in a bow, sprayed with perfume, and delivered with knee pads on and a mouthwash on standby, then that's their fault. Congratulations, just let your game rot and become shitty. Now with that out of the way, let's finally get to the whole point of this video. Keep in mind, what I'm about to rant about is probably only relatable to a select few because my queue times are due to two things: being high rank and playing support. Let me lay it down for you guys so you guys can understand how completely frustrating this is. I'm a very competitive person. I would like to see what my peak is on support. However, I can't do that because I don't want to sit in 8 to 15 minute queues for games on support in GM5. Do you guys see the problem with that and how illogical that shit is? I want to grind and reach my potential, scratch that competitive itch, but if I want to do that, I have to wait 8 to 15 minutes for a game, which no one in their goddamn grandma would ever want to do. So what options does this give me? I can play tank. Oh shit, 2 hours later I want to myself. There's a reason why tank queues are the lowest, because in the current format, playing tank will always be miserable, and that's what people that have fucking brains and an IQ above 50 have been preaching. For me, it's the fact that anything low GM and below I can perform well 95% of the time, but then once I get in the high GM lobbies and champ lobbies, I'm like, I'm a support player. So immediately my self-confidence is shit. Since there's one tank on the field, everything you do bad and every mistake you make is amplified. So surely you can see how that shit's not fun, on top of being the punching bag of the team, catching every CC and needing to do so much. Gotta dive the Widow. Wait, no, I gotta peel for my support. Wait, no, I gotta make space for my DPS. Like, it's fucking miserable. There's a reason why the Q times are the fastest for tank. Then you got DPS, which I'm ass at. So why would I want to play a role that I'm ass at? On top of that, the Q times for my rank is like 5 minutes, and that's too long for me to play something I'm not gonna have fun on. You guys can see how this shit gets tired real fast, where if I want to play the role I want, I have to wait in queue times longer than the goddamn games itself, waiting 8 to 15 minutes for games that can last 5 to 8 minutes. I can beat my dick, go make instant ramen, jog down the block, and back to my house, eat the ramen with a nice little YouTube video playing, and I'd still be in a fucking queue. And I just can't handle it. And the problem is, it isn't a GM problem. I remember ranting on Twitter once because I was sitting in 8-minute queue times in Diamond 1 for support. Diamond fucking 1, waiting 8 minutes for 5-minute games. So it's suffered through that, or I can suffer on a miserable role, or I can suffer on a role that I don't play and suck at and have no interest in playing. Insert Marvel fucking Rivals, a game that's 6v6. Hey, you guys hearing that? It's 6v6. Mind you, most of what Marvel Rivals does right is because it learns from the mistakes of Overwatch 2, and they knew that 6v6 is just the superior format. But that's beating a dead horse. I'm done arguing that. And yes, I know queue times were long in 6v6. It's 6v6 open queue, which might cause some balance problems obviously, but hey, at least I can fucking play the game rather than sitting in queue watch. And again, this is for personal reasoning that you guys might not relate to. Like, I'm okay with open queue because to me it's more fun getting 4 DPS, telling everyone on that team that they're a waste of oxygen and their mothers don't love them, and then go next. That's more fun to me than sitting in queues. I don't care if I lose because I get 5 DPS on my team. And MR's supports look so goddamn fun. I already know I'm gonna main Luna Snow for reasons. Like, I just know I'm gonna be able to actually play my role. I've always been a support player. On Siege, I played Wall Breach or Breach Denial. On Valorant, I played Controller since no one wanted to play Smokes. In Call of Duty Zombies, I would always run around with Stamina Up and Quick Revive because I wanted to be the medic. I wanted to be the team player. Shit, even Fortnite, I always had like 3 meds on me and would always make sure my friends are good. Like, y'all need a big pot, y'all need a med kit, y'all got some minis. I've always been a beta bitch support player, and I just can't play the role I love in Overwatch because of the long ass fucking queue times. And with this most recent season being fucking Widowmaker Central, I'm at my breaking point, actually contemplating for once on giving up on Overwatch. The friends I made back in season 1, 2, and 3 of Overwatch 1, they all left. Like, y'all think I have GS in my name for nothing? It's the name of my friend group. It's people who I've known from 7 to 11 years, and they occasionally ask me to play, and I'm like, I would, but I gotta play Overwatch. I gotta make content. I'm like that Skips picture from Regular Show. I have tied myself down to this game for 8 years, and I'm reaching my fucking breaking point. I'm gonna wait a few months to see the directions of both these games and see where they're going, and then I'll make my decision. These format tests are gonna play a huge factor if I switch or not. If it stays this same format, I'm 95% leaving. If they swap formats and queue times are still an issue and I see Marvel Rivals is doing well, I'll probably end up leaving. If I fall in love with Marvel Rivals, hell, I might not even care about what Overwatch does. I'll end up leaving. This last season was the least I've played Overwatch probably since I first started playing in 2016, but I'm just not ready to give up yet. Thank you guys for watching, and whether I stay or make the swap, I hope you guys still ride with me on my adventure. Love you guys so much. I'll see you guys next week for another video. Have a great weekend, stay safe, and peace. Oh yeah, and Marvel Rivals Sniper doesn't fucking one-shot.